According to the American College of Rheumatology, fibromyalgia affects 3 to 6 million Americans. Other sources say the total number affected could be 8 million people. It primarily occurs in women of childbearing age, but children, the elderly, and men can also be affected. Approximately 80% to 90% of affected people are women. Fibromyalgia is a chronic condition characterized by fatigue and widespread pain in your muscles, ligaments and tendons. At first, it was not considered an illness at all. Doctors could not find anything wrong with patients, so they believed it to be psychosomatic. Slowly that dismissive view is changing. Published research at Johns Hopkins, University of Pennsylvania and other top research facilities points to immune dysfunction and cardiac abnormalities in these illnesses. It is difficult to believe that some doctors still regard people with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome as nothing more than extremely worried well people. Chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS, or chronic fatigue and immune dysfunction syndrome, CFIDS, is a chronic, often debilitating disorder of unknown cause characterized by fatigue, pain and cognitive disorders. Often severe cognitive complaints differentiate the syndrome from similar disorders and usually occur in a later stage of the disease. There is no evidence to sustain the thought that CFS or fibromyalgia is a contagious disease. Contagious diseases typically occur in well-defined clusters, either as outbreaks or epidemics. What causes fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome? Asking what causes fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome can be a tricky question, depending on whom you ask. Doctors and researchers believe there is not a single cause of fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome. At this point, doctors are just not sure what causes these illnesses. While the cause of fibromyalgia is unknown, researchers have several hypotheses about causes or what triggers the illness. Some scientists believe that the syndrome may be caused by an injury or trauma. This injury may affect the central nervous system. Fibromyalgia may be associated with changes in muscle metabolism, such as decreased blood flow, causing fatigue and decreased strength. Others believe an infectious agent such as a virus in susceptible people may trigger the syndrome, but no such agent has been identified. Research proposes that CFS may be caused by an immunologic dysfunction or altered capacity of certain immune functions. One thing is certain at this time: there are no immune disorders in CFS or fibromyalgia patients traditionally affiliated with disease. That suggests a different approach is needed to reach the state of health you want. 4 simple changes to shift your life from fibromyalgia or CFS. Many studies have indicated that a healthy lifestyle including diet, exercise, relaxation techniques and sufficient sleep offer the most effective approaches for reducing fatigue and pain from CFS and fibromyalgia. 1. Nutrition, diet. A common thread in many cases seems to be a tendency to feel better when refined sugar, caffeine, alcohol, fried foods, red meat, and highly processed foods are kept to a sound personal minimum in the diet.